Aloha, welcome back to my channel for return viewers and subscribers, and welcome for first timers. I said that weird, but anyhow, welcome. So today I just want to actually keep this video really short, and I'm just wanting to touch on again, kind of a philosophical point. But this topic is inspired by my necklace, actually. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. My necklace I purchased this necklace because it reminded me of or it reminds me of what I've deemed as a principle in life, whom I've learned from one of my greatest teachers in life, who is Bruce Lee. So I don't know if anybody knows who Bruce Lee is. He was kind of this guy that kind of big in the martial arts world, and kind of a big deal in America as far as bringing martial arts to the West, to the American culture, and no, I'm just kidding. I don't think there's a whole lot of people who don't know who Bruce Lee is. So he not only has been a huge inspiration for me in my life, just as an individual that really, in my opinion, learned to absolutely 100% master his body and strengthening and conditioning his body. But also from a philosophical point, he's been a massive teacher to me through his legacy. And one of the quotes that I have integrated into my life and the way that I try to conduct myself in my daily life is, well, it's a clip from an interview. I actually forgot who the gentleman was that he was being interviewed by, but it's like one of the most famous black and white interviews of Bruce Lee. And basically it's the point where he starts talking about water and being like water, and he's explaining why to be like water. And he's saying, when you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. When you put water into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be like water, my friend. Be like water. And that whole, again, I don't know that he was necessarily intending on teaching that as a life principle, but I've certainly taken it in as a life principle. And when I saw this necklace, I knew that I had to have it because it's just I'll kind of bring it in here, but it's just a little weight. Oh, it's not gonna focus. Here we go. Let's focus, buddy. Come on. I mean, not that, like, it's that big of a deal, but okay. Well, the camera's just having quite a hard time. You can kind of see it. Anyways, it's just a little wave. Just struggling to get it in focus just so y'all can see the one little wave. Anyhow, so when I came across this necklace, I knew I had to have it because it's something that just, it's a symbol to me, and it's symbolizes water and the element of water. And so when I see this necklace and I'm reminded by the symbology of it, I'm always reminded to go to that place to check myself and how much like water am I being in the moment. Am I going with the flow, or am I resisting the flow? And it's essentially this part of that whole principle that's absolutely a philosophical perspective that I think really can enhance anybody's life. I mean, to go with the flow. Try not to create unnecessary friction, because friction is always going to create heat. Heat, as far as emotions are concerned, are usually those hot heat emotions. So if you're not trying to intentionally feel those emotions, but you're noticing that you're in a situation where you're resisting what is. So basically in Buddhist philosophy, it's, your mind is in a place of non-acceptance. And when we don't accept reality and we don't accept what is, that's a way that we create friction, or in other words, suffering in our life. And so being like water, especially in these times where we're resisting what is, and what is going to happen no matter what. And so if you are looking for a better way, a new way, a different way of experiencing even these things in life that can just create some stress, being like water is a principle I have found that is, it's absolutely advantageous as far as just generally speaking reduction of stress. But any time we can reduce our stress on a holistic level, that helps us in every dimension of our being and our wellness. And so why not be more like water? And so that was really the main thing of this video, was just to maybe introduce this concept, this principle, for those that maybe Bruce Lee as far as being tied to martial arts and being the actor, but maybe you didn't know that he was a philosopher and he was a spiritual teacher. And so anyhow, I do know that interview is floating around on the internet. So if you ever get super curious and you want to check it out, I'm pretty sure all you would have to do would do like a search for a Bruce Lee Be Like Water interview, and I'm pretty sure it'll come up. But anyhow, I encourage everyone to at least give it a try. Try to adopt this principle for some time and see if it helps you. I would be willing to bet it would. All right. Well, here's to being more like water. Anyhow, I hope that you all have a great week. Happy 4th of July, and we'll catch y'all next week. Aloha.